Hello, welcome to Rome Total War, The Art of Fighting Without Fighting, Part 15. Jim here, Sexy Battles. Okay, what I'm going to do here for a couple of, just a couple of minutes or so, is merge units. I've seen a couple of guys have had a little trouble doing this, not that I'm any good at all, just like to point this out in case you haven't done it. You can take a unit of lesser experience and merge it with a unit that has more experience. Doesn't work the other way around, I believe. So that way you don't have to constantly retrain your units and lose your experience. It's very important to have experienced troops out there in the field. I'm going to do it a couple more times here, just showing what I have here. These guys are going to defend the forge to my actual capital city here, and I'm going to go ahead and merge these two guys together. And see what I mean there? And down here we're going to do the same thing with these mercenary troops. So I have one here that's already at half strength or so, so I'm going to put the two together to make one better unit. Pick him up and drop him on top of that guy, and there we are. Okay, so you see what I'm up to here. This merging business is easily done, but it can only be done on this battlefield. And now we're going to go on to the art of fighting without fighting. Okay, first we want to check and see what we have here. There's some guys in the city there. Okay, not too formidable. And we're going to go ahead and look around here. We'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, really what I'm doing here is pointing out that you don't see any enemy flags in Italy. I've pretty much bought off all their troops. And on the next turn I'm hoping that that one Roman army down there in Africa hasn't gone too far, so I can try to catch up with it with my diplomat. Okay, here's the end of turn report, and this is kind of obnoxious that these guys are going to attack me here. Oh well. And it looks like I've been crushed here. Alright, I'm going to turn my main navy around and head it back toward the Greek peninsula and smash everybody to pieces here. That kind of irritates me. That cuts off my communication too. Okay, well here we are with our recruitment report. And we have cataphracts now we can build. And that's just great news for us. Okay, and here's the construction report. You can see what I'm up to. Repairing, rebuilding, constructing things. Not too much military here and there, yes, but most I'm trying to keep these cities producing money, making bread, and in decent shape so they're not always in revolt. Because I don't know how Biscuits gets away with it, but he sure does. He's something. How do you do it? Again, how do you do it? Okay, here's the end of term report. Takes a look at finances, and we'll take a look at the next turn's finances to see what we're going to come up with. Okay, we're making pretty good bread here, not bad at all. And we'll take a look at this here. Alright, well here we are, recruitment report and all that. And right now we're looking at the military build. And we're going to put some stuff in the city here. Build a couple things. We're going to go ahead and use this little trick here, which does work sometimes but not all the time. And we'll change the disposition of these people here. Probably have to build some guys here. I've also found out that even if this doesn't work, you can try going up to cultural build or growth build, and that will work. So I'm going to do that in a little while here. This is just to show that you can change the disposition of your people in towns by simply going from finance to military to cultural, and then come back down to finance, and sometimes it will work. That way you don't have to build all sorts of occupation troops. And here we are back to this big old Roman army over here. I'm going to try one of my normal moves. I'm going to try to bribe these guys. If there's no general here, then I should be able to pay these guys off and they will simply leave the battlefield. I wanted to get a look and see if I could see what was in the army. There only a couple of troops showed up. But it's quite a large army. You can see the flag is filled. And we're going to try to bribe them. And see what they say. Okay, that's nothing. We'll go ahead and do it. That will secure the peninsula. Getting rid of that big dumb Roman army. Great, that's perfect. Okay. Alright, so now our small reconnaissance force here can continue north. And here we have the same thing. Two very large Julian armies are trying to move toward the Roman peninsula, but I'm going to intercept them with diplomats again. And if there's no general, I'm going to try to bribe them off. Okay, let's take a look first. Sorry about that. I should have looked at them first before I did this. I don't think there's a general unit here because they usually show up. So we're going to try to bribe them, pay them off. See what they say here. Okay, again, that's not much at all for me. I have a lot of money. And there goes one Julian army off the battlefield. And here's another real big one. Look at that. Okay. This is just too sweet. And if you've noticed, I've only really have two armies in the field. I have one in the northern part of Italy and one that is about to take Rome. And they're all basically cavalry, except for the one in the north has some barbarian infantry with it, some mercenaries. And here you can see there's virtually nothing in Rome. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah, I think we're going to smash Rome here pretty soon. Alright, take a look around here. There doesn't seem to be too much to worry about. We're going to mix some troops together here to show you how you can go ahead and merge them. And we are going to go ahead, take a look at this little barbarian. See, that's the commander here is one of the Roman generals that I bought off earlier. He works for me now. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and merge these guys over here, put the two armies together. So, okay, what am I doing here? Oh, right, wrong button. Okay, let's go ahead and hit Rome. Looks good. We'll auto-fight this. Clear victory. We lost one guy. Okay, we'll bury him very well. Like right in the center of Rome. We'll get rid of all these ruddy Romans here. Replace them with Parthens. And now I believe that inside Rome I can now start building cataphracts. So I'm going to stop building them over in the Middle East, in Jerusalem and whatnot, or slow that down to just a trickle, and start building them in Rome. Okay, here we got a bunch of towns that are out of control again, and we're going to try this little trick here. And I found after I did this that sometimes, like I said, you can go up to cultural or growth build, and that will also put them back into good shape. But keeping them down at financial, for some strange reason, you can constantly switch from financial up or one or two levels and then bring it back down to financial, and they'll be green again or close to it. Like that guy right there from red, and I didn't have to build no armies or nothing. Because the gigantic occupation armies become expensive. They don't do anything. And I had them earlier in the game before I tried this little trick I forgot about. Kicked me all the way out of Alexandria. That's the only other place I have any kind of an army is down in Egypt, and that's just a conscript of a bunch of these guys right here, peasants, and a couple catapults for suppressing rebellion. Here we go again. Okay, that helps somewhat. I found later, like I said here, I put the city up to a culture growth build, and its happiness went up to about 150. I did that a little bit later and I didn't show it here. But here we're going to go ahead and show you, like I said, that you can improve the quality of life in your cities a bit by just doing this little trick here. That way you don't have to constantly build occupation armies. Well, like I said, they're expensive. I'm repeating myself. Okay, these guys sank my fleet over there, my small force of transport ships. So I'm going to take my main navy and sail it back toward Greece and start smashing the heck out of all these navies over here. They've irritated me enough now. Okay, these are two more Julian armies that are showed up over here, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with them on the next turn, I hope. Okay, I forgot to mention that I have some new friends here. Biscuits, of course, and Strategic Gaming 22, Wupsenberger, and The Last Roman. Great guys, man. I've learned so much just by watching your videos. It's just incredible. And I hope you guys keep making more of them, because you really do a good job. Okay, here we are, clear victory. And not even worth posting these guys there, because nobody was lost, just a couple characters. What I'm going to start doing here now, though, I'm going to start changing my build from these light cavalry units to only the, the heavier horse archer units and cataphracts. So I'm just going to change the two type of guys here. And here we're going to improve this town up here just a bit. can see what we can build. Okay. And I'll get around to retraining some units and repairing some things. But right now I'm just showing you guys what I'm up to. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and eventually... Now see, we can retrain those guys after mixing the two weakened units together into one really look at that cataphract unit. Very powerful now. Experienced and at full strength by mixing the two weaker units together. So I really recommend doing that when you have two damaged experienced units. Mix them together. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a good day and a good week. And like I said, thanks to all my new friends out there for showing me so many new tricks and new ideas. Wow. Okay, Jim here. We'll see you guys for round 16, I guess, pretty soon. Take it easy, guys.